What's up, guys? Just wanted to do another little horror update. If there's some kind of horror news that comes out that I think's worthy of talking about, or newsworthy, then I'll talk about it. As we all know, Strangers Chapter 1 came out this last weekend, and the news was yesterday it set a record for this year. It is the highest it set a record for this year. It is the highest grossing horror movie opening weekend of 2024 with not even $12 million. Which is kind of scary and kind of sad if you think about it, because I think this has been a fantastic year for horror. There's been so many great horror movies to come out. First Omen is still my favorite movie of the year, favorite horror movie. I thought that movie was phenomenal. I thought it was thought-provoking. I thought it was very artistic in nature, very well shot. And this is a over 40-year franchise, and to be able to come up with a prequel that is that great was no easy feat, but it didn't translate in the box office. It had a very poor opening weekend, which is a trend this year. I'm seeing a lot of not just horror movies, but even like Fall Guy did not gross that well over for its opening weekend, and then it just quickly nosedived. So I don't know if this says something about the current state of the box office. Or do people just not care about going to movies anymore? Will we ever see a big opening weekend for a horror movie, like say back in Halloween 2018 when that movie came out, an almost $80 million opening weekend? The thought of that even happening is just a pipe dream these days. I can't imagine another property doing that. I mean, I think the only thing that might have a chance is maybe Friday the 13th going forward. I don't know, but I doubt that could even gross that much money. Who knows? But yeah, it's interesting this year that horror, it doesn't seem to be faring well, even though this is one of the stronger years, I think, for horror. And let me know in the comments if you disagree with me. But just reading the list, and a shout out to Robbie Sobel who posted this on Killer Flicks. This is according to Bloody Disgusting. Number one for the year, opening weekend, is Strangers Chapter 1, followed by Night Swim, Abigail, Imaginary, The First Omen, Tarot, Immaculate, and Lisa Frankenstein. Immaculate and Lisa Frankenstein, both those movies are phenomenal, especially Immaculate. I think Immaculate's my number 2 favorite horror movie of the year. And again, another movie that just didn't register with audiences. I don't know. Now, the question that I can pose to you guys is, why do you think Strangers Chapter 1, made almost $12 million over the weekend? Do you think it's a gateway horror issue? Maybe it's a good date movie. And I think sometimes maybe quote unquote gateway horror movies, they succeed for the reasons that horror fans don't like them. I think maybe a lot of the reasons I didn't like this movie because there was very little in the way of horror, even though it was promised in the trailer. But, I guess you could say it's like horror light, and maybe it's something that could pull non-horror fans in. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. You guys let me know in the comments. The Rotten Tomato score is abysmal. Who knows? But I just think it's interesting that Strangers Chapter 1 is the highest grossing opening weekend of 2024 horror-wise. That's just insane to me. I want to hear your thoughts on this in the comments. I'm still trying to decipher it. I guess going forward, though, that's good for Strangers Chapter 2. That's definitely happening, even though I think it was going to happen anyway. The movies were shot, but I think it'll definitely get a theatrical release now, for sure. And even though I have major problems with Chapter 1, I am very curious to see where they could go with Chapter 2, Chapter 3. Could we still actually find out how the strangers became the strangers? Because they definitely didn't show that in the first movie. Could the second movie take place in a hospital, which would be kind of cool? I think there's definitely some potential going forward. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about all this, though. Were you shocked that this is the number 1 horror opening weekend of 2024? I definitely am. But it's just not been a good year financially for horror, and really the box office in general. I mean, look at freaking The Fall Guy, which was a fun movie, but it just tanked at the box office, and I was quite shocked. So I'm curious to see what Furiosa will do. I just saw that last night. I'm going to be recording my review for that later today, but I'm curious to see what, if that's going to transcend to dollars at the box office. Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, anyway, guys, that's my update for Strangers Chapter 1. I'll be doing more of these type updates and more topical type stuff going forward until I do my next live stream and get some clips for you guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And we might hit 3,000 subscribers by the time this video goes up. I don't know. And you guys are the reason for that. You guys make that happen. So thank you so much. Love you guys to death. Take care. Mwah.